Dragon Drop Podcast.
We're back. This is episode 31 of the Dragon Drop Podcast. Can't believe we're back in another week. We're all ready.
It's been a week.
We did not miss last week.
We did not. Last week was Wes Watson week. This week is not Wes Watson week.
I've been thinking about Wes Watson all week. And his muscles and his escort habit.
Ooh.
You guys ever get an escort?
No.
For prom. Got an escort to take to prom as a date.
You rented a Ford Escort to take her to prom? No.
I rented two.
Yeah.
Double escort?
At the end of the day, Wes Watson is just Andrew
Twins.
Tate, except he doesn't have teen boy fans and he gets bullied by adults. That is the
He's
difference.
a loser, Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate's a loser too, though.
But he's got all the money.
That doesn't make him not a loser.
He's a winner.
In what way?
Dude, Andrew Tate's alpha, dude.
He's
He was a kickboxing champion.
That doesn't
He just
make him
has,
a winner, man.
you know, like, what is he? What's his beliefs?
His beliefs are sex
Islam.
trafficking and and pimping women online,
He
doing
read the Quran.
lover boy scams. Real winner.
If the women want to be on OnlyFans and then you just plug them in and take a bit off the top, but they want to be on, is that bad?
Is that what he was doing? I don't think that's
I
true.
don't know.
That's not what he was doing. He was giving them a little bit off the top and taking like most of it.
He was implementing the sex worker tax. That's what I was talking about.
It's just online pimping, which has to be illegal.
He taxes them 90%.
90%.
There should be a value add tax where the actual value that you're providing to society limits the amount of tax that you have to pay. So, like, sex work is, well, I mean, like,
Is that how much
OnlyFans-
is that adding to society?
None. They get taxed at like 90% because there's almost no value add. So almost all the money goes to tax, and they get to keep 10% because there's no. But like masonry workers, they're taxed at like 2% because huge value add for masons.
The entertainment industry collapsed.
Are there a lot of masonry work, like people that lay like bricks? What do you mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bricks.
Are there,
Carpenters.
Are there people that just lay bricks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a whole industry.
I feel like they
you
do all
can
masons.
make a whole life out of it.
It's just laying bricks. Are people building new houses out of brick?
Yeah.
It just takes money. America is screwed because it's so expensive that you can't even build a nice house anymore.
Well, hopefully these tariffs bring prices down, man.
Don't count on that.
Oh yeah, definitely not. You'd
I
have
think
to. You'd have to
the
not
new
have a brain
future
to
is
think
that you need to build your own house with your own hands. That is the future that we haven't quite come to terms with. We've been so accustomed to other people building our houses where most of human history, if you wanted a house, you built your own damn house.
I think
And
most,
we're just kind of
yeah.
regressing to the mean of you have to build your own house.
We're making America great again by being worse than we used to be. I hear you.
But there's so many regulations, unless you're like in Alabama. You can build whatever down there, but where we're at, I don't think you can just build whatever you want.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
You gotta wait for him to catch you.
By a she shed. You
You're-
put four she
you
sheds
gotta
together.
get permits and stuff, right?
Legally.
You're saying build an illegal dwelling.
Legal structure.
Does
Yeah, but deep. So you buy 50 acres, and then deep in the woods, you put together your own septic system, your own tiny house. You got solar panels off of Facebook Marketplace and batteries.
50 acres.
50 acres. You hide back there. No one's ever gonna come find you and know that you're.
Would anyone ever need more than like 3 or 4 acres ever?
Well, this safeguards you from, like you could set up a perimeter around your property and you got trail cams. So when people are coming on and then you could set up, like traps. If they're coming on, they die.
All right.
This is an apocalypse scenario, not like, we don't want to be killing just random stragglers, but.
I think that like preppers want everything to end because their life sucks so bad that they like to like imagine living in a post-apocalyptic world. Like that's the whole.
Yeah,
that's
and
the
they
whole
spent so much money on it at this point. They're like, God, it needs to pay off.
Like how long can the slop bucket last?
Yeah.
You know, didn't you get some of those, Bill? The slop buckets off Amazon? The
No,
ones
they
that
were, they were at
Pool,
Costco.
Tim Pool
Yeah, I
sponsored
saw
by the
one at
slop bucket.
Costco last time I went. I almost bought it.
Was
I
that
don't see him at
"What
my
the fuck is
Costco."
that?
Was it the same one that's Tim Pool sponsored by?
I don't know.
Slop
I never
buckets.
looked at
Like
his,
$180.
Dude, how do you think the North Koreans are doing on the front lines?
They're
of
all
the
they're
Ukraine
all
war?
addicted to porn.
Do you think that the Russians are just like, all right, head in there, go and kill them,
I saw
and
something
then the
where
North Koreans
they
just go and die?
they
they do
attacked
translators.
they like attacked some Russians because like they couldn't tell them apart.
I can't imagine that the North Korean soldiers are all that well trained.
They can't
I mean,
be.
are they?
Literally,
They
none
can't
of
be.
them have any experience. They can't.
Yeah.
What?
They've not been in any wars. They can't have any experience.
They just got so they just North Korea just drafted people just to
They
fight for
sent
Russia.
10K. I think Russia bought 10K North Korean
shit.
soldiers.
How many mercenaries have died so far? Like, god damn. You know,
Yeah, you just imagine Faker, a bunch of really shitty fakers.
Baker
They just send them in.
is South Korean. He'd do great. In South
Yeah, I
Korea,
know, that's a
their
bad-
military is not a joke.
Dude, I saw that in the winter in North Korea, the people have to they have to find human shit and like supply it to like the overlords, because that's like their contribution in the winter is like human shit fertilizer. So they're hunting for frozen logs in the winter.
Wait, hunting? Are they people shitting in the woods? Where
all over the place. Yeah, they have to go and provide.
where'd you see
shit.
this, Bill?
Damn.
I think it was that one girl that was on.
Oh,
Rogan the one
yes,
time.
I thought a lot of people said she was just making shit up.
That's the North
much.
Korean deep state trying to suppress her, her truth. She went straight to South Korea and got all the plastic surgery.
I'm just googling North Korean lady lying. Okay, right here. Here we go.
That's the looter
There it is.
extraction IRL.
It's
You biased your search by saying lying. Of course, you'll find people saying that she lied.
this is it. She did lie.
They would eat rats. That was all their dinner. Winter comes and people die.
Embellishes her claims. Definitely a defector. Okay. Changes her claims a little depending on which audience she's talking to. That sounds like truth.
Not totally honest, but we can't be making an argument that North Korea's a nice place to live.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a nice place to live. I'm saying she's kind of using it for her internet clout and kind of exaggerating stories.
It's very American of her.
That's the
She's
dream, dude. She's
very Americanized.
yeah. She's
We're
making
so
it.
wasteful, dude. We're not using our shit for fertilizer.
Speaking of
We're
North
just-
Koreans, though, you guys think they should bring back swords?
In what
Uh,
capacity?
I don't know, man. Ian said
Swords
they
on
should
drones.
Bring back swords. What's your guys' favorite sword? Yeah, you like a gladius, a katana.
My first thought was
Zweihander.
katana.
Put
It's-
up like a list of a bunch of swords. I'm not like a sword enjoyer to know them all.
It's a swords
Claymore.
swords tier list. Okay.
Yeah, like a claymore, I feel like it's too much for me to handle. Whereas a katana, I know I could kind of whip around a katana. I think I'm kind of a katana guy.
Okay, this is a trident,
Yeah,
but
like some of the big swords,
the
oh
katana
the D tier with the pirate sword.
What's that called? What's a
Is
Scimitar?
this like a RuneScape?
no, a scimitar is the one that's curved upwards.
I need Donatello's blades.
That's like a cane sword.
Donatello had
It's
the
like
bow
the
staff,
C one.
man.
For-
Leonardo had the swords, all right?
Leonardo had the 4 to the right
Like-
C tier.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the cane is a sword.
Yeah, some of these are not swords.
Yes, the obsidian
The
blade.
the thing
D-tier.
about sword fighting was it made it so personal that you hack a guy's guts out right. He's like, right in front of you, and you take in all of that pain and torture into the dome. Whereas if you just snipe somebody, you can look away. You don't give a shit. You know. So
The movies always made
Sword
it seem like you get
killings.
stabbed in your gut, you die right away. But as my dad would remind me every single time he watched any movie, they take like 2 days to die.
If you get stabbed in the gut.
Yeah, if someone just slices your guts open, it takes a while.
Oh.
Okay.
I liked in zombie movies, they're just stabbing people in the head, and it's like, you really just able to stab people through the skull like that? Like, what kind of blades they got?
Yeah, probably not.
But then I thought maybe because the zombies are like half degrading, you know, their tissues are getting weaker, but still.
Dude, you guys ever touch a newborn baby and the top of their head is like it doesn't have a
Yeah.
skull and it's a soft you can like touch
Not
their
supposed
brain.
to touch that.
I've pressed on a few baby heads.
Shouldn't be doing that.
Not hard. Just
Shouldn't-
like feeling.
Mm,
Oh, there's your brain, baby.
They're like little rubber babies.
probably wait until after they're.
Their limbs, you
yeah.
can push them the other way that they're not supposed to. All right.
Flexible babies.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
for when you drop them, it's okay. They survive.
You just sling them.
So cute.
Speaking of dropping babies, okay. This is whose story is this? Go ahead.
Oh, I found it. The world's tallest and shortest women meet for afternoon tea.
This is
And
AI. Look at that.
Marfan syndrome, I think on the big one there. Marfan syndrome.
What's the little one?
She looks like an American. Oh,
AI.
She looks like that guy.
I've seen the little one before.
That big guy from Happy Gilmore. You know what I'm talking about? When he like hits the ball
Yeah, yeah.
off the green and has to hit it off some dude's foot. You know what I'm
oh,
talking-
she's sitting down. She's not even standing up. She's huge. Oh yeah. Does he?
this guy.
He kind of looks more put together than her, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Because she's AI.
Maybe I'm
right?
thinking
Real.
somebody else. But
That's
similar.
pretty close.
pretty close. They're making Happy
Look
Gilmore
up,
too.
Look up
by the
Marfan
way.
syndrome.
I thought they already made Happy Gilmore. Oh no, they must
it's
not.
no, it's back, man. What is Marfan syndrome?
They made the remake before they did number 2.
Oh, that's just when the baby looks old, man. Look at this old
Oh.
looking baby.
Oh shit.
Okay,
That's
wasn't the
AI.
one.
That's not real.
That's an old. Everything's AI, dude.
It looks fake. It doesn't look real.
Dude, you know, so I heard an idea. I don't know if you guys know about blockchain all that well, but the way that in the future, because so much stuff will be fake and AI generated, the way that we can track truth is through the blockchain, and that can track you back towards the source of truth.
People have been saying blockchain matters for at least 5 years now, and I'm waiting for it to be true.
It'll be forced upon you
Great.
soon.
So,
Embed your genes in the blockchain.
force-
Dude,
Genetics are recorded.
I mean, they could if the government wants to use blockchain to redo our social security numbers or something, like that, But then, that doesn't seem very secure.
They should do blockchain voting.
Why? You just crack
'Cause
open,
that's-
crack
that's
open
like-
a bush light.
Yeah, a big one.
All right.
It's a blockchain's like it's an immutable ledger, so it's like
Yeah, I got it. Man.
accounting that you can't mess with. That's perfect for voting, right? Blockchain voting.
Sure.
You put your transaction on the blockchain for who you voted for, and then nobody can deny.
Okay.
Yeah, blockchain voting, it'll be the future.
I'm just so over like Bitcoin and blockchain, man. It's who cares? It's just
Dude, what happened?
7% in a week, Lidge. Come on,
great.
hop on board.
It's cranking.
Dude, I should
It's
have
gonna
bought
go to
Bitcoin.
$1 million. Come on.
2011, dude, when it was five
Dude.
Bitcoins for when you got 4th place in a StarCraft tournament.
Dang.
That'd
Now,
be
if
a
you
lot.
buy 5 chill dudes,
No, is the chill dude an NFT?
10
Is
years.
the chill dude. Chill.
I kept seeing this dog. He's talking about chill dudes.
But chill dude's like not even new, right? It's not even a new meme. I swear I've seen it before.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
kinda like
called
Arthur.
The show Arthur. Yeah,
But like he's
it's
not.
Brian.
Someone was comparing him
yeah.
to Snoopy. Is he any chiller than Snoopy?
Snoopy was not chill. Snoopy was a troublemaker.
Snoopy was so overrated.
I don't know, dude. This right here, this one. This guy, you don't think Snoopy's chill?
Oh,
Look at
maybe
this.
he's a little
Chill
bit like the
vibes.
dude. Yeah.
Chill vibes, dude.
Man, I need
got
some
a
Snoopy
Snoopy
swag.
tattoo.
Joe Cool, like that's Joe Cool.
Snoopy tattoo?
The name of the guy on the Camel cigarettes, right?
Snoopy has his own house. It's a little shed.
What
You
kind
need
of
to,
dog is Snoopy?
He's a little beagle.
Oh, good call. I was gonna say Schnauzer.
Oh shit.
He's a sheepadoodle? No,
That's AI.
It's a beagle.
it's a sheepadoodle.
Hell no, dude.
Is he
It,
supposed?
it said beagle.
Yeah, he's
The
a beagle.
cartoon is a yeah.
That's what the AKC says. He's a beagle.
Snoopy's a woman.
You guys watch those movies every year?
What movies?
Peanuts, Charlie Brown Christmas, Thanksgiving, Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
No, that Charlie Brown was always way too slow. I felt like that was a cartoon for adults,
No, the adults.
but they're like watching young kid. Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
it's just
I mean,
weird, man.
yeah,
I
anything.
didn't think it was like a show for kids.
I feel like anything made before like 2015 was for adults, though. Like Rugrats had a lot of adult jokes in it that the kids don't care about. Yeah.
Like I thought, like Scooby Doo or the Jetsons. I didn't get that stuff. I didn't like that stuff.
Isn't it weird that
Flintstones.
the voice of Scooby Doo was
Flintstones.
Casey Kasem?
Who's
Yeah,
that?
okay.
He's the guy that would host the weekly top 40 on the radio.
I've heard of him.
I thought you were gonna say Casey Anthony.
No, Casey. God, Jesus Christ, Casey Kasem. You ever heard of Casey Kasem?
Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony. That's
Bringing back the killers.
the white version of OJ, pretty much. Or
She killed her baby, didn't she?
Oh, never. She wasn't convicted of it, right? Isn't that she got
Never
she got
happened.
away with it? Just like how OJ got away with
Because her
killing his
good
wife.
looks.
Is she good enough looking though? She's like good enough looking, like Lauren Boebert is good enough looking, to get away with stuff, and she's not that good looking.
Yeah, Lauren Boebert, not cute. Marjorie Taylor Greene, not cute. Gretchen Whitmer,
The bar,
Cute.
see, the bar is
After the
really
chip
low. The bar is
incident?
really low for Republican women, isn't it?
are there any good ones? Oh wait, Vince McMahon's wife. Right?
The one that took the pile driver.
I saw that. I saw the video of that. That was sweet.
Ooh, she got a thickie.
Let's-
AOC is gonna be the next president.
The AOC is going to be the next president.
No way.
Yeah, you
No.
called it, and it's
100%.
true.
Okay, let's.
Put that on the blockchain.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is
AOC undisputed on the blockchain.
our next Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon.
He takes a big whiff.
Oh, she's dead.
Didn't even drop her head on the ground.
That's crazy that he was careful with the CEO's wife, huh?
That is crazy.
He should have
When he
broke her.
falls to his
Should have broke
knees,
her
like,
neck.
Her spine
Should have
just
been real.
fractures. It's like, fuck.
That a bad
She's
pile
actually
driver
very
is
nice.
what ended Stone Cold Steve Austin's career. Oh.
By Kane?
No, not by Kane. It's by some shitter.
Falling on his
Oh.
head, or when he slammed his back down.
He broke his neck with 2003.
Oh yeah.
He blamed a 1997 botched pile driver.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know
People
that
say
Logan,
wrestling's not real.
I went to wrestling a couple
It's
weeks
a
ago.
shame.
It's pretty fucking real.
Logan Paul claims he saved Rey Mysterio's life?
He did. He caught him when Rey Mysterio was going to break his neck. He did. Yeah, he absolutely did. Some
That's
people they
crazy.
fuck up when they're doing their flips, and you got to rely on the other guy to catch you. And
He does a lot of flips.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's a flip guy.
I got to see him do the 619, man. It's his finisher. I think it's some area code,
Damn.
right?
At Van Andel?
It was really weird. I could talk about it now, I guess, but because it already aired. But they recorded 2 episodes of Raw back to back, so I got to see next week's Raw. So I got to see the return of Rhea Ripley, even though like no one was allowed to record it or anything, but people absolutely did. So, yeah.
Are there ever nip slips that happen like live?
See, back
but
in
then they have
the
to edit them out?
90s, they were doing this. They weren't slips. They were doing it on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think that it might go back to a little bit of that with
Bill's
them
gonna
going-
binge now.
They're going to
You have to
Netflix.
check this out.
Oh yeah.
They're going to
Nips?
Netflix in January,
Like full time?
Mondays.
The history of Raw.
I'm gonna finally be able to watch Raw live because I'm not getting cable to watch one show. You know,
What's your favorite show?
I don't like watching it live. I like watching the highlights. But with being on Netflix,
Not a true
there's not
fan.
going to be commercials. If I was
Dude, Mike-
if I was a true fan, I'd be walking around with the double belts like I saw multiple people at Van Andel. Okay, that's
Oh yeah.
insane. A little too into it. You know,
Dude, did you guys see Mike Tyson's ass live?
everybody did.
That was awesome.
That was the saddest boxing match I've ever seen, man. It's like it was like so obvious he had to go all 8 rounds, right?
Yeah.
And he almost punched him, but he like pulled back a couple times, and he did punch Jake Paul like 1 time, but that was it.
It was pathetic. It was honestly horrible.
But like, if you were gonna make $100 million if you win or lose, and the dude tells you to lose, you're still gonna take the $100 million,
Sure.
right? Like,
It's just I think I know that it's not going to happen, but like we need to not trust Jake Paul fights because they're all going to be rigged.
they've all been rigged.
Right. At this point, like
The next one's gonna be Tyson versus Logan Paul, or Jake Paul versus Logan Paul.
I thought it was Ngannou both Paul brothers at the same time. You know Ngannou?
No, the only
You don't know
the
Ngannou?
only boxer I know is Tyson Fury.
Ngannou was the heavyweight champ in the UFC, and then he went to ONE FC because they would pay him more for like open fights, and he boxed Tyson Fury, who's like the number 1 heavyweight boxer in the world. And I don't remember. I know he lost the first one. I think they had a second one that I think he might have won, but there was some shenanigans or something. I don't remember, but
How do you feel about UFC becoming just Trump promo events?
WWE used to be Trump promo.
Yeah, yes.
yeah, Trump, I mean, he's showing up to every UFC. He gets a big walkout. Yeah, John Jones gave Trump the belt after winning that again, kind of a bullshit fight of Stipe, who was like
Is
41.
John Jones the guy that just won the fight that put his wife in the hospital?
Yeah, John Jones, he's caught for doing steroids. He's doing cocaine. I'm pretty sure he hit a pregnant lady with his car.
Is there a higher rate of UFC fighters putting their wives in the hospital compared to like football players?
Ooh.
They just keep it more hush.
Like,
Yeah, no one hears about him.
like for cops,
Rednecks?
it's like 30-something%, but for like UFC fighters, you think it's like 25% are wife beaters?
Oh, is it?
I'm asking, what do you think?
That's probably fair because I mean they're probably just tilted.
Same thing happened with was Jamal Hill, the Grand Rapids guy. Right.
Oh,
Beat up his girlfriend too, I think. It's just
damn!
that's crazy. All these guys are just beating up women, but they're
Beating up women.
they're
They're
champions. They're champions.
They're champions.
The girlfriend has to watch the show live, and if he loses, they just
I think
drive away and hide.
Mike Tyson did it too in the 90s.
Yeah, beating up women's weird.
So,
man.
what was the reason that Tyson would walked out ass out and then kiss the guy? You know, like what was that about?
He's probably just like was getting dressed, man. That's probably what he wears under the shorts.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just gonna talk to him real quick. He knew
That was
what he
his son.
doing.
He probably expected them to not follow him on camera.
Oh, it was his son.
right?
Yeah.
But the funniest thing to me
you'll
though,
cut that out, right?
What-
And they're like, "Yep."
After
And they just zoom in on his ass.
after the fight ended, they showed it again as like a highlight immediately as the fight ended.
Oh.
So
That was the highlight of the fight.
yes, but
Mike's
the
ass.
women's fight was good too, but that's clearly rigged too. The headbutter one.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. I thought that for sure the other girl won because the one girl got a point deducted for headbutting the whole time, and she kept just driving in with her head, got a point deducted for it, and then still won off a decision.
Even though she had lower stats in every category, so how is that not rigged?
That was my go-to move when I was fighting people. I would headbutt them.
Going head first.
Do you guys think
Yeah.
Netflix is going to be able to handle those 2 football games at Christmas?
I wonder what the deal was. Why they couldn't? I mean, maybe servers? They didn't have enough servers running this thing.
There's like 60 million people watching, so
Yeah, it was a very
but like
watched event.
could they not shut down every other video on Netflix for like a couple hours and just divert?
They should have been able to divert it. They're like billions of dollars. They should have huge server farms where they can just post this shit.
There were a lot of technical difficulties. Like multiple times, people's mics didn't work. That football owner who called his girlfriend's boyfriend the N-word. What's the guy's name?
Wait, what?
That guy.
Wait, the husband called his girlfriend's boyfriend
Jerry something. Jerry football owner. Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys owner.
He called his girlfriend's boyfriend the N-word?
Let's look this up.
Oh yeah, I heard he's got the young. Yeah.
He apologized for racial remark in video.
Damn, see, he looks AI. Dude, I'm all fucked up, dude. No one looks real anymore.
Every picture you see today is all of it's AI.
Everything's AI.
The cameras are too good nowadays, so it's really hard to tell.
He does kind of look
see,
AI.
You guys see that Coca-Cola AI ad that everyone's like mad about?
Because they had puffins in it or something?
Because it looked like AI. Every AI video is like, it's like a second and a half of a single shot with a slow move, you know? Then the next shot is a second and a half slow move. It's the same like thing back to back.
It's only going to get better.
No, it's not. It doesn't seem like it's getting better.
It's getting better.
I don't know, man.
We're getting it's just like Pong. We got to Pong and now we have, like Call of Duty. And then we're going to have AI making virtual reality, and then we're all going to live in virtual reality to the point where that's the real world, but actually this is the real world. It's it's like cuz we're living in a simulation. The chance that we're in base reality is like 1 in a billion.
Using your example, though, I would argue that Call of Duty in its current state is terrible.
Not compared to Pong.
I personally would rather play Pong.
You go Stone Age to the 1900s. They're still farming, right?
Yeah.
All that time. And then we go farming to now. We're
getting back to building our own houses, man. It's getting worse. So
right. That part we can't solve for with AI yet. Except for 3D printed houses, because this is what's going to happen. You get a Tesla truck or whatever brand. They just are doing automated driving. The construction truck comes to your house. It already has the plans built in, and it squirts out your house on the ground. There's no.
Do you need AI for that? Because they were doing that before AI.
Yeah, it's like CAD where you could just preload.
That's not AI. You just call every technology AI. Right? That's what they're doing.
That's true.
Everything's AI. But, Pong, pretty good game though.
Pong, maybe for its time.
Yeah.
The jump from Pong to Mario.
Dark Side of the Moon, pretty good album for its time.
Best album ever.
What about who's the girl band? Not Van Morrison. That's not a girl band. In that era,
the girl band.
Landslide.
Landslide. That's not what? The Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
That's not a girl band.
Yeah, it's who's the girl in it?
There's one girl in it. I thought you were going to say the Cherry Bomb shit.
Cherry Bomb.
The Runaways.
No,
that's a girl band,
but not one of the best of all time.
Yes, it is.
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac is not a girl band. It's a band. It's a rock band with a female singer. Blondie's not a girl band.
Well, I mean, pushing the future of rock and roll by having a woman lead. Fleetwood Mac wouldn't have been the same without that girl.
Of course not, dude. She was just recently performed in SNL. She can barely sing.
Oh, really?
She's old, man. She's like in her 70s.
Yeah, old singers do not sing good. Never have.
Dude, speaking of old singers that don't sing good, I'm looking forward to that new Bob Dylan movie. With what's his name?
Jerry Judy's son.
Jerry Judy.
He's a football guy.
No, it's the young Casey Affleck at Interstellar.
I've seen him.
Dune. Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, that's who it is. Boo.
You boo. Chalamet is the best working young actor. He's probably the best actor under 30. Period.
He's been with that the Kardashian for a long time, and that's
weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
He's an adult.
It's like the one with the kid too, right? The Travis Scott's baby mama.
Okay, who's the guy from that chef show on Netflix?
Iggy Azalea.
Did you talk about the chef show on Hulu? You're talking about Jeremy Allen White from
Jeremy Allen White,
The Bear, an FX show.
Yeah, he is better than Timothée Chalamet.
He doesn't do movies, other than
the guy with
the wrestling movie he did. He's
from the
TV.
drummer movie.
He's a TV actor. Are you talking about Whiplash?
Yeah, that guy too.
That guy hasn't worked in years.
I know, but he's better than Timothée Chalamet.
Known as being really hard to work with. Like, what are you talking about?
Is he?
He was the shitty ass Reed Richards in the 2015 Fantastic Four. That movie sucked.
He was in Top Gun reboot.
I don't watch homosexual movies.
Yeah, that movie was gay. There's the sweet scene where they're on the beach and all the guys are ripped and it's a slow-mo football scene. Top
Gun is homo army propaganda or Air Force propaganda.
But they're trying to take the gay out of the army.
Well, tell Tom Cruise, dude.
Wait, no, gay is okay. Women, not okay.
They're taking gays out of the army.
Gays,
it's not okay.
Not going in the army.
I think we are anybody who is like desperate enough to join the army should be allowed.
Like illegal aliens.
If they already are.
We allow the illegal aliens into the army?
The crazy thing is they don't even get citizenship.
Ever?
Like it's not guaranteed. It's that's like kind of a thing in that Starship Troopers movie. If you fight the bugs, they'll give you citizenship. But in America, you could be a non-citizen in the U.S. Army and still not get citizenship.
I wonder if there's a large number of Chinese illegal aliens that are joining the U.S. military.
I don't think they'd let that happen, man.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Well, they're too small.
I was listening to this guy who is doing a sales deal with a guy in China, or with a company in China, and basically what they said is that China is great to work with as long as you don't trust anything they say and know everything's a lie.
Yeah, and just assume they're going to steal your IP. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do the deal, but they're going to lie to you and cheat and steal. And I have personal experience where that was my experience with a Chinese, national in college.
You're in your group project, right? You told us.
In my group project, yeah.
What was his name?
Zihu Lu. I remember. I'll never forget.
I haven't had that experience, but yeah.
Did you ever work with any Chinese nationals?
Nope. Okay.
If you ever had the chance to, that would be your experience.
Let's pivot to the Bible. What is the Book of Enoch?
So this is really interesting because the Book of Enoch is a book that is part of the Old Testament. So like the Moses times and Genesis.
It's called the Torah.
Yeah, the Torah is like the Jewish Bible. That's like the Old Testament. So before Christ has come, we've got the Old Testament and all the stories. Now, what's interesting about the Book of Enoch is that it's not in the Bible as it is today. So at some point they sort of said that the Book of Enoch, we don't want to deal with it. But it was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. So the Dead Sea Scrolls point to the Book of Enoch as being...
Dead Sea Scrolls real?
Yeah. Yeah, those yeah, they're right there. Dead Sea Scrolls in the Qumran caves. Yeah, they're definitely the Dead Sea Scrolls are definitely real.
Are they true?
Wikipedia says so. I believe it.
Yeah, are you sure? Like, are they all real?
Oh yeah.
Right there, you see that picture?
They lay it all out,
dude.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Well, why is there so many of these? There's are all 12 of them real?
Yeah, the Dead Sea Scrolls. They have like Genesis in the Dead Sea Scrolls, so they have like it's like a copy of the Bible in the Dead Sea Scrolls. But this was, after a point when they sort of rewrote the Bible to not have the Book of Enoch. Now, what's interesting about the Book of Enoch is that the story in there is basically that there were angels or something that came down from above and procreated with the women, and that's what created the giants.
That's who you play as in Diablo, yeah. The Nephilim.
The giants roamed the earth and ate the land and destroyed stuff, and that's when the flood came. Noah's flood.
So you're saying that Noah movie with Russell Crowe with the giant rock monsters that build the ark, biblically accurate?
That's the Book of Enoch, right?
People walked out, man. They got really mad when they saw the rock monsters building the ark.
Why? Because they thought Noah did it by himself?
I guess, dude.
But so you know how back in the day they thought that, well, the way it's written is that everyone was they lived to 800 years, 1200 years, that sometime before the flood, God limited a human lifespan to 120 years, and that has to do somewhere in the Book of Enoch time. And Enoch is, I think, 7 generations below, what is it, Adam?
We're clear here that Noah didn't exist, right?
That's a bold claim.
Bold claim.
Like Jesus existed. Did Noah? I don't think so.
I think
That's crazy. Why would you
story...
think Jesus existed but not Noah?
Because this is like thousands of years before Egypt and shit, right? Right.
Egypt was there thousands of years ago.
Right, but like the people that believe this also believe the Earth is 6,000 years old.
So I think what's important about the Noah story is a cataclysmic flood.
Right here. There's no scientific evidence that Noah existed.
That's from an AI result.
We need science to unravel the Bible.
Did Noah exist? Right here. Because it's a myth.
Let's go on Reddit.
It's like you're saying
very religious on Reddit. They'll get the
right here. Noah, like Moses, is a part of primordial history. There's no way, barring new discoveries, to tell whether he existed or did any of the things attributed to him. Just like Zeus.
So the absence of proof does not mean the absence of it being real.
Be like saying there was no ark, no flood.
Yeah. Yes, I'm saying that.
I think the Noah story is more about the flood, the cataclysmic flood, which ties into the theory that 11,600 years ago, meteors hit the Earth and caused a complete cataclysm and complete rewrite of human history, almost wiping out the species entirely.
It's made up.
That's what ended the Ice Age.
It says here that Noah was 950 years old when he built the boat.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
But he did build the boat, and he did have 2 male lions that turned into every other lion. You see all the pictures where they always have like 2 male lions.
What's the
He brought every single bug on the planet onto the boat.
Let's see.
2 of each.
Bugs aren't animals.
Why not? Grasshoppers count?
Why not?
What about
Dude,
beetles?
I saw a crazy bug. I saw the African cricket. This shit's insane.
My understanding is like most of the stuff that is pre-New Testament did not happen, and they're just stories.
Where do stories come from? The imagination?
Yes.
They just completely make it up
to tell
and
lessons.
Pass it down for forever?
Yes. Zeus. Is
Zeus.
Odin real? Is Odin real, dude? There's tons of stories about Odin and Thor. Were they real?
That's a good point.
Are you serious right now, Bill? Do you really think that Moses built the ark?
I think what's important about the Noah story is about this flood that's reported across not only the Bible but other areas and other traditions talking about a mass flood that was devastating.
Well, I think that if you look through enough history, you're going to find a lot of people had big storms. And maybe you're attributing them to being all the same storm. Sure,
the mud floods.
Yeah, it was the meteor came and hit the ice caps, and it immediately vaporized the ice cap, and just water rushed out.
66 million years ago, the meteor hit.
No, it's 11,000. It's the younger Dryas impact theory.
Oh God, Bill. You're doing your own research, as they say here.
Yeah, which led to the extinction of many North American megafauna. Now, if you've ever heard about the Alaskan
What's this called?
Younger Dryas impact theory.
Younger Dryas impact.
Dry ass.
12,900 years that caused the climate shift, ended the ice age. This was the Noah flood.
You're saying this just lines up?
Yeah, this is the Noah flood.
Did Gilgamesh exist?
What was the epic of Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh.
Garugamesh is the meme, dude. Garugamesh. Oh god. Speaking of 4chan, oh man. Okay.
So, do you guys know about Boneyard, Alaska? Because this lines up with the Younger Dryas impact theory.
Bill, do you think humans started on this planet from aliens?
Panspermia.
Oh god.
Are we talking about panspermia? Or
Bill, you've
could be,
read a lot of this stuff, huh? Okay.
Or it could be UFOs, aliens coming in and doing genetic mutations on existing species. Or
Pigs.
it could be monkeys eating mushrooms and tripping out and expanding their minds.
Hey,
and then,
it could have been the end of Battlestar Galactica where they end up on Earth.
Oh, the humans just get here?
They come from like 12 planets named after the star signs.
And then the Younger Dryas impact smashes them out, and now we're left without a trace of our previous technology, but with the will to survive.
Hypothetical impact markers. Okay.
Yeah, this almost wiped out human civilization 11,600 years ago.
I'm not saying this didn't happen. I'm saying this has nothing to do with Noah.
I think this is the fact of Noah. And Noah was just the story.
Bill, what does the word fact
happened.
mean to you when you say the fact of Noah?
This is saying the story that, the way that they try to tell, like, hey guys, this bad thing happened a long time ago. They could only pass that down through stories. And because they didn't have, they couldn't text each other or, like do a whole lot. They had to say it.
It says right here, Noah would have lived 2900 BC.
I think that their time scale doesn't make sense because just like they say that the Egypt pyramids were built at a specific time, there's a lot of proof that the Sphinx was built around 10,000 years ago because there's erosion on the Sphinx that makes it was erosion from rainfall. And the last time that it rained in the Nile Valley was 11,000 years ago. So how would there be erosion
at all?
How would there be rain erosion?
In your head, it just doesn't rain in Egypt?
Not the type of torrential rain that we need to erode the Sphinx.
Is Noah's Ark a myth? I don't think any of these websites will actually make you believe that didn't happen.
Ark and County.
It's the Genesis flood narrative. What's a narrative?
It's a story.
Yeah.
It's the story of
the
Younger Dryas impact theory that happened.
But if Noah existed in 2900 BC and this thing you're talking about happened in 11,000 BC, that's 7,000-8,000 years apart.
It's the same problem with modern tech or modern archaeology stating that the pyramids were built at a precise time when they almost certainly weren't.
Bill, how were the pyramids
Look into the
built?
accuracy of carbon dating. I mean, that's all too.
Are you an alien pyramid guy too then?
The pyramids, we do not know. And there's lots of structures.
It was pulleys and logs, man.
I don't know about that. There's huge stones in Minnesota. Do you guys see these stones in Minnesota?
I mean, there's
2
like
million pounds.
millions of artifacts that are ancient in the Americas.
The most plausible theory here is
crazy.
the Egyptians employed sloping and encircling an embankment of brick, earth, and sand, which increased the height and length of the pyramid as the pyramid rose. Stone blocks were hauled up by the means of sledges, rollers, and levers.
How did they move them from the quarries that were 100 miles away?
How do you know they didn't have quarries that maybe are gone now because it's all sand that are close by?
I mean, you try and put a bunch of they-thems up with a huge stone and watch them push it up a ramp.
you don't like. This is all based on like not understanding how to build things. You have to make up aliens did it because
nobody knows how it's done.
Why does everyone say nobody knows?
They
because no one was there.
You can't.
How can you know
reproduce
something if you
this
weren't
result?
Hey, how does he know Noah existed? He wasn't there.
Moving huge tonnage of stones, 1 million pound stone up. Can you just picture in your head? There's a ramp with logs with 1 million pound stone at the bottom, and you are gonna push it or pull it.
It's all right here, dude. It's all right here, dude.
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's true.
It's got to be aliens.
I don't think we know how it was done. I think that this is like their
how about
best
you?
guess.
You use the phrase "I don't think I know how it was done" instead of "we."
Oh, I've looked into it, and this is not a credible theory.
But
they had levitation devices.
Levitation devices and aliens.
Clearly, I don't know about aliens, but
internal ramp hypothesis.
Houdini investigated the pyramids.
How were they built? A ramp above.
Well, we've gone through this topic.
Didn't like
quite a bit.
Didn't they like have some crazy metal back then too that we can't make now?
Did they?
What's it called?
Well, considering their tools, I mean, how are they gonna that? Yeah.
Old metal that can't be made now. What's it called? What am I thinking of here?
Real. Nope.
It's like
obsidian.
Is it obsidian? Yeah. Isn't it?
That's not a metal. I think that's a rock.
No. Okay. It's Damascus steel, right?
Oh, isn't that the super layering?
I learned about that in
since
one TV show.
Since we can't make it now, aliens must have made it, right?
Well,
it's from a meteorite, which was an alien ship, and
okay,
I'm leaving the door open.
Let's move on from the stuff that didn't happen. Okay, this is some real thing here. Some secretly sexual lichens. What is this, Bill?
All right, so apparently we thought that lichens were asexual, and so they would just kind of like smirch out.
I personally never thought about the sexuality of lichen.
But I don't know exactly how lichens have sex, but when I saw this, it immediately piqued my interest.
Fungus? Wait, lichen's just fungus?
Apparently.
All right.
What do we think about this? Lichens are sexual beings.
Like any plant?
But apparently a lot of animals don't actually derive pleasure from sex. It's just a means to an end. So I think that trying to equate sex and lichens to the sex that we know is not the same thing. So lichens aren't out there having a great time. You know, it's not the same.
Okay.
You know.
all right.
All right. Okay. So the ICC is putting a arrest warrant out for Netanyahu, huh?
I thought that was interesting. Dan, what do you think?
I don't know about ICC.net, Yahoo,
Ice Crown
DSL.
Citadel. It's the 25-man raid.
Oh, I know about that.
International Criminal Court.
Right, but like there's 124 member states that aren't going to enforce it. So like, does this even matter? Because the U.S. rejected the ICC decision. So who cares?
Oh, so this is just a non-article.
Well, it's saying that they put an arrest warrant out, but no one's going to enforce it. So like, it doesn't matter. Right.
I thought this was supposed to be.
They've had this same arrest thing out for Putin for like a couple years now.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I thought it was a real one.
Oh, it is a real one. It just doesn't matter because it's not going to be enforced. Just like the Trump administration's ethics stuff. It's not going to be enforced, so it doesn't really matter.
What, the Matt Gaetz?
No, not the Matt Gaetz. They're supposed to like sign like an ethics thing before they move into the White House that they just haven't signed. But if they don't sign it, it doesn't matter because no one's going to enforce anything. There's no like laws or rules anymore.
To just sign it is like when you join a new job and they make you take an ethics course and like sign
the
that
code
you're
of ethics for the company.
Yeah,
will not be
ethics
racist.
courses
will not be sexist.
It's like, does the CEO have to follow the ethics stuff? I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right. Lifting, huh?
Who did this one?
Oh, these are all Ian topics now.
Ooh.
You guys ever
Getting into it.
lift? Go to the gym? I don't. I got a rowing machine that I don't use.
Well,
Bill, you're
no,
a
I'm not a
cardio.
gym goer.
You're a cardio guy, Bill?
Well, I ran all year and started the year in the gym, and now it's getting cold, so I'm back in the gym. So I've been back for a couple weeks. I realized that my pecs, my chest, I got a real small chest, and so I'm trying to get my tits pumped up. And so my goal is to pump my tits, and have a nice chest.
You want just pump them like those guys that inject the stuff, dude.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not super big into foreign stuff being put in my body, and also just cheating. It's not as satisfying if your tits are fake. It's not as satisfying as if your tits are real.
I'm trying to find that really, really ridiculous looking guy.
He is the Indian one, yeah. Right, injections. There he is.
This type of thing, dude. This guy,
Dude, look at his tits.
his arm is so fucked up looking.
Dude, look at those boobs.
Look how like flabby his stomach skin is, though. What happened here? Is this better than not working out?
I'm going with no.
This guy? What's this one?
That's like insane body dysmorphia.
The what are these called? Lats?
Traps?
Traps? What are lats? I have no idea.
In your back here.
Okay. Why would someone do this?
But I think lifting's probably a good thing that we should all be doing.
As we get older, our bodies lose muscle mass.
This is true.
And bone density. But, I mean, physical exercise is definitely going to help against depression, anxiety. If you're really anxious, it's just like a bottling and built up of a bunch of energy internally. So get that shit out, Walk for 3 hours.
You're probably right.
Go to the gym.
You can't sit there and think about stuff if you're exercising and listening to Joe Rogan.
YouTube Shorts, I scroll it sometimes for hours, and I will get to the point where I'm like I know that I'm like getting actively depressed, and like it's like I'm actively getting fucked up by watching YouTube Shorts.
What you been watching
on YouTube Shorts?
Yeah.
That's the problem. I can't even think of anything
Yeah.
that made any difference on anything.
What was the short I watched 5 YouTube shorts ago?
I've been watching a lot of shorts from the OTK member NMPLOL, where he takes other streamers on dates, and it's kind of like a reality show. So, I do remember them. You guys don't remember any shorts you've seen recently?
I just don't watch shorts. I'm just saying it's funny. You'd watch so many things that you. What was the short I watched 2 shorts ago? Even though it's just chain watching like 50 shorts.
I can't think of a single short that I watched.
You watch Nymph LOL.
It's Nick Paul
dating show.
He's the 7th most famous or 7th most followed U.S. streamer. He used to be a WoW guy.
Is he still popular?
Yeah, it's most popular he's ever been right now.
Dude, Kai Cenat rented a house next to Diddy?
I don't know who's watching Kai Cenat, and I don't understand it.
I don't know. It's got to be middle schoolers, like
they got
the kids.
Bill Nye on Kai Cenat.
Every
kids.
Every Kai Cenat clip I see, he doesn't even talk. Like he's just kind of there, and he's 5'4". Say, like, what? But I get like he must be like the dream, right? For middle schoolers, they want to be him.
Right. You just don't do anything, and you have cool people on your show, and you make millions of dollars.
Man, being an adult's gonna be so cool. You can just chill out, make money, because some people will watch you do nothing. Life's gonna be great.
Turns out life's hard.
There's a lot of zero viewer streamers. It's kind of sad, really. They're trying. I saw.
It all goes up to the top.
Bezos.
Well, yeah, really. I mean, Kai Cenat is a Bezos slave.
Let's not use the word slave.
He works for Bezos.
Yes, but he's paid a lot.
He's a
Yeah.
full-time worker.
It's just like it's like the Kai Cenat stream is essentially just ads. Like he's just running a bunch of ads to like fucking 800,000 people nonstop. And that's it.
People watch the clips and they get hype. They don't see all the filler.
It's like hard to get ad block on Twitch. I'm gonna have it, but it was hard. Yeah, I'm not paying for Twitch. You guys got Twitch Turbo?
I don't watch Twitch.
You don't have a YouTube Premium, Bill? You just
I pay for Spotify, and that's literally it.
But YouTube Premium gives you Google Play Music or YouTube Music. You Spotify just for Joe Rogan then?
I've had it before that. I probably don't need it anymore. It's kind of a habit from back when. I used to listen to it a lot when I worked in the office, and I would want to put in my headphones and not have ads. But now living at home, I really don't listen to that much stuff on Spotify, and I probably could go back to ads. And they honestly mid-roll ads on Spotify anyway, even though you pay for it.
What?
Oh, because you're watching Joe Rogan. Yeah, they do it.
That's kind of.
They'll still force ads on like the really watched media. That's crazy.
And
but
other
music is not a thing.
There's other podcasts that I've had ads, or they'll like build an ad into their podcast where they just talk about the person, and that's part of their, hour is their ad. So it doesn't switch to an ad. It just they're talking about their sponsors.
Yeah.
This shit's annoying.
Well, that's what the skip buttons. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You're out of there.
You get after it.
No problem.
But like on Twitch, they'll play 9 ads back to back now. So that's
it's unwatchable.
Yeah, unless you
Twitch is crazy,
dude. Ad block.
Justin TV.
I used to watch StarCraft. That was cool. But now it's like StarCraft's kind of dying.
StarCraft 2 has been dead for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. It's dying. It's still there, but it's
I just finished the Play Nice, the Blizzard book. And
how was that?
Oh god, dude.
Dude, you read a book. There you go.
It like it's depressing because like they like in they go through like the history chronologically of Blizzard. And they talked about how when Warcraft 3 Reforged came out, it was such a bomb that it actually caused them to not do Warcraft 4. So that's pretty upsetting. And like they think their biggest bomb ever was Diablo 3, and absolutely was. You guys remember Diablo 3 with the real money auction?
I remember the hype and then the disappoint.
Yeah, it's bad.
And the outrage. Yeah,
they got rid of the auction house within a few months of the game coming out. It was like too hard, but you could also just drop $15 and buy a weapon that would be better than anything you could find.
Pay to win as ethics.
Like
good.
Diablo at its core is a gambling simulator. So if you can pay to win gambling, that kind of breaks the game.
Right? It's like why Elon's number 4 is buy the best shit.
You can't. I don't think you can buy stuff in Diablo 4, or can you? Can you buy like stuff to let you do runs? I don't know. I don't play that shit.
People trade them, whatever.
Probably.
Yeah. Makes more sense.
Is he doing solo runs?
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Imagine P-Deve's 1v1 Elon in Diablo 4.
I was so mad talking to him, man, because like Paul was saying that he thinks Elon's good, basically. Like, how embarrassing is it to think that Elon Musk is a better gamer than you when you've been playing Diablo for fucking 25 years?
I can't imagine him beating. I mean, I don't know how good P-Deves is, but I think he's supposed to be pretty good at Diablo 4. I can't imagine Elon Musk sitting down at a computer.
2.
He's not good at Diablo 4?
Nobody is. It's not a competitive game.
But
he was really good at dueling in Diablo 2. Yeah, people tried in that game a little bit.
See, the problem with you, B, is that you took a lot of people's shine in the WoW days. There was a lot of people adjacent to you in the Portland scene that were good at WoW, and nobody got the shine like you.
Well,
Like, wasn't Chris good? And PDs was pretty good. You were the best, but they never got any shine for being good, and you got all the shine.
I don't think anybody in the Portland area got Gladiator, and Gladiator was top 0.5%. I got Gladiator 6 times. I got rank 1 twice. So
all right, you're
no
the best.
no one was even Gladiator.
So they didn't need the shine. They didn't earn the shine.
The shine was never earned. I think the best person at PvP other than like me is probably Warris.
Oh.
I give it to Tyler, yeah.
Are you guys like, is there some like weird genius part that's hidden in you, or like why are you guys so good?
What do you mean, man?
There's 1 million concurrent WoW players at one point online. Why are you guys good?
It's like,
what makes
nowadays
you
it's
guys good?
really easy to min-max because there's all these websites with guides and shit, right?
Well, not now, but back in the day.
Back in the day, I was the one doing the guides and the min-maxing. That was it. That's it. But now
So
everyone's got to figure it out.
You wrote the how-to.
And some stuff. I mean,
damn.
He studied it.
I wasn't the best. I was like if like I had to be like completely honest, I'd say I was probably top 10 for my class. At a few points I was rank 1, sure, but it doesn't make me like rank 1 forever. I think the best.
Yeah, but top 10?
The best player like of all time, in my opinion, is probably Snuth or Peekaboo. So those guys are different level. They can play every.
Is that like top 10 US or like top 10 East or West Coast, or like how is that split up?
I would have put myself top 10 in the world for Holy Paladins for sure.
Holy moly!
Probably not top 5, but probably top 10.
Back in the day or all time?
Back in the day, dude. Not fucking. I'm washed.
So you were top 10, like when WoW was peaking, you were top 10.
When it was peaking, yes.
You were top 10 WoW players or top 10
my class.
Paladins?
There's too many different classes. Back in the day, people played like 1 or 2 classes back in the day. Now they play everything because it takes like 1 day to max level a character. So different now. Everyone just re-rolls every time there's a new patch, and they play the best overpowered class.
Is that on your resume or not? Because that is a huge selling point.
Yeah,
the capabilities.
The skill cap thing is on my resume because I helped start a website that did videos and shit.
But not top 10.
Shut up, Dan.
People don't realize how big
short here. That's all I'm saying, man.
I've never met anybody else who's even close to as good at video games as what you were.
Chris was there the same day we got world first PvE.
Okay, but Chris, we already went through this. Nobody deserved the shine, but you. Chris didn't get Gladiator. Chris wasn't as good.
I would say Chris is a great PvEer. Chris was still top 1% in PvP.
Okay, so he's good.
Being top 1 or top 2, 3% is not as good as being top half or top 0.1, sure, but it's still better than 99% of people.
Right, and that's kind of what I was getting at, is that there's a lot of really good people around.
Like even you got pretty high in StarCraft 2, right? You were master, weren't you?
Kind of after the peak, I got master. In peak StarCraft 2, I did get diamond, which at the time was, I think, probably pretty good. After the peak, I got master.
I got diamond when there was no master yet, but that was it for StarCraft. So early on.
But I wasn't like that good. Diamond's not good.
Hey, it's better than 90%, right?
It was probably top something percent, but not like 0.01 top 10. Like no one actually gives a shit. If you hit top 10%, like no one gives a shit.
Well, I mean, people only gave a shit because I made YouTube videos, though.
But you were also really good.
If I was the same amount of skill and did make any videos, no one would give a shit.
You're right. We wouldn't remember you quite as well if you didn't have the legacy of your YouTube channel.
There weren't a lot of Holy Paladins making videos at the time.
Damn, look at that niche.
Yeah, it was a micro niche YouTuber.
Damn.
Hey, dude, you're great at music, man. You got your own skills. You should play some of your songs.
Yeah, no one gives a shit, though.
Doritos are my chip. Okay? You got some songs, man. We played that one song about the Bitcoin or the crypto.
Oh, Bonfire. That's right, yeah. Bonfire, yeah. I wrote a song dissing Chuck. I keep writing Chuck diss songs. That's like the only songs I write these days. Chuck, who sometimes listens to the pod, he's an electrician, so he's out there twisting wires while listening to the pod. I just keep writing diss tracks about him, you know. So I wrote one the other day because he shot a deer, he got a deer, and it came out to 30 pounds of meat. But you imagine a deer, it's got to be 120 pounds out the woods. You come home with 30 pounds of meat, you know. So
You shoot 100-pound doe, it's not going to be that much meat.
it's
the
not.
skin
It
and the
doesn't come
hair
out too
coming
much.
off. You
Oh,
know,
the
all
bones.
the bones, yeah.
Blood.
The guts. Deer's a deer.
Chuck's coming on though. He said he'd join us one of these days,
We
so
want Chuck out. We want
it's
Derek.
just a matter of time.
I think we want both of them. I wanted Chuck to come on because he sent me a pic of him with his hands inside of a deer, and he had like these weird gloves. We should have him on to talk about how to harvest a deer, and just
break it
that
down.
segment.
Yeah,
It stinks, man.
deer breakdown segment.
I used to watch my mom do it when my dad got deer when I was a kid. So
Your mom did it?
yeah, in the garage, dude. Just cut that shit up. It was terrible. Then my grandma would like make jerky out of it in the basement.
Damn, that's badass.
It's just venison. Have you not had any venison?
No, I've had jerky and sticks, but last year I had a loin. And they cooked it like medium rare, and I had some strips of the
Whoa.
loin, and it was really good. But it was at my band practice, and so after 3 hours of being at band practice, like before we were gonna go, they cut up a couple more strips, and then I had the medium, like the rare venison loin cold that had been sitting.
No.
And that was a bit much, but it's honestly pretty good.
It's like I think it's all right, but it's like so stringy, compared to like beef, and it's like worse for you than beef. It's got higher cholesterol. It's got less fat though, but that doesn't make it better. Makes it taste worse,
lean.
really. Right?
Yeah.
You need the fat. When going to bed, do you guys prefer a warm or a cold bed?
I don't know why you would prefer a warm bed. That shit is hell. Cold bed.
If it's cold though.
I have a memory foam bed because it was cheap.
Which one?
And
purple,
a little bit
Casper?
of regret. I think it's like a hybrid technically, but it's
No,
a
like
little
what brand
bit
is it?
regretful. I don't know, man.
How long ago did you get this thing?
It's like a year ago.
It's one of those ones that you order the mail in the box and they gotta like just expand.
Oh yeah, I got it from Costco, and I mean, I probably, but either way, yeah, it did come in like a little tube, and you
Is it too soft?
unwrap. I mean, it's pretty firm for foam, but it's just it gets hot, traps in the heat. So I'm a warm sleeper, so I die on that thing. I'm sweating. But now it's winter. Hey, we're surviving.
I prefer the old box, the old spring or whatever, the regular mattress. The harder ones.
Yeah.
The soft shit, I don't know how to, like, you just sink into it and you just kind of choke yourself.
I don't sink into the
Well, you're a skinny
foam
boy.
much, so
I'm not a skinny boy like you.
How much are you weighing these days?
Too much, dude.
Are we talking? Let me guess. I haven't seen you IRL in a bit, but I'll give you
It's gonna,
255.
I wish. No, like
You're more than 255?
265.
Oh, okay, not too far off.
What are you at? Like what 180?
I'm probably 170.
That's health. Your BMI is within normal range.
Like hundreds of miles this year.
How your knees doing? You're an old man now.
Really not bad. I probably I'm gonna get a new pair of shoes before next year, but it's also I'm not like a super binge eater, and I also do okay with my food choices. So overall, I'm sort of optimized. Like skip breakfast. I do coffee with protein powder.
So the secret is just not eating.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I had eggs and turkey for lunch.
Like turkey breast.
Yeah, organic turkey, and then eggs from.
What kind of turkey? Are you talking like a slice of Jenny O or like a turkey breast?
More like deli, but it was organic, no nitrates.
Do they add nitrates?
Nitrites.
Do they-
Nitrates, yeah. That's like one of the things that they're advertising on cold cuts these days is no nitrates because they add them in, and apparently it's bad for you.
Why do they add them in?
I think it's probably a preservative.
That's pretty bad for you, right?
Yeah, you don't want to preserve your digestive tract.
Dan, what do you eat? You're a skinny boy.
I'm not as skinny
How
as
much you
Bill,
weigh?
but like 185.
Yeah, see, you're in the normal range for your height.
Allegedly. Oh yeah, I did a blood test. We got the results.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
How'd we do?
Normal
Nice.
range. Yeah.
Normal range. There you go, dude.
Yeah. Nothing crazy to report. This time I didn't get bruised like crazy, so thank you.
It's all on the phlebotomist, man.
Yeah, the first person I had, this whole part of my arm was just like bruised like Jay Leno's face, and it was
Dude,
crazy.
You think Jay Leno got beat up?
I think the Russians got to him and tried pushing him down and just no, he had like another accident. I was like,
What the hell?
You haven't seen this, dude? That's not a good picture.
Wasn't it that he claimed he fell?
Yeah,
Yeah, down
he said
the hill.
he said he fell 60 feet, but he's not injured in any other way. Like
It definitely looks like he got punched in the face.
this looks like he got slammed into a door.
Holy
Okay,
shit!
it's like from above his eyebrow to like almost to his chin.
What
Yeah,
could
but
he
you get
be-
a lot more fragile, and the way that you bruise is a lot different and severe when you're so it doesn't take
True.
much. But that had to have been like a crazy fall where he went ways in pain.
What could he have done?
So weirdly purple looking. He could have gotten some some botulism, some fucked up Botox or something, and got poisoned. I mean, I think that's way more realistic than him falling 60 feet and being fine. Right?
It's just my face and my other hand, the other side that the face is. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
He said that
Smacked his face.
he's never accessed his money from the Tonight Show.
What does that mean?
Like
He has so much money he doesn't even need it?
he never used the money from the show.
Because he has so much money?
Yeah, just from outside it, from deals or whatever. But that's crazy. Maybe the mob wanted the money. Maybe that's why he hasn't accessed it, because he had a deal to give it to the mob. He's old. Man, think he's still gonna play the Negachin?
Is there live action
No,
coming?
no. They just released a new Fairly Odd Parents like 3D animation, and it's weird looking, because they don't have the black lines on them. They made
All they got to do is they got to bruise his whole body, and then he's the Negachin.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, that sucks.
Diversity. Is she Asian, you think? Because her hair?
Has to be. Yep.
And this kid's a homo? So,
You're probably
Whoa.
right. Purple hair.
I mean, that's what they're trying to portray here. Is this is a gay 8-year-old? There's new Fairly
Yeah.
Odd Parents.
And what's weird is if you look at the percentages of demographics in America, we're way off balance for what the actual demographics are.
What?
In all this stuff, because if they have a commercial, okay, there's a black person, there's an Asian person, there's a gay person, there's a white person. Okay, that's equal representation, but in the actual demographics of American society, it's not weighted equally like that. So it's
Oh, I see.
overrepresentation in some ways. Because America is how many percent white?
Is this update? This looks so old. This is census.gov. 75% white, so that means that 38% of America is a white man.
So America is 75% white, but having 3 out of 4 people represented in media.
But so it should be about 3 to 4 out of 10 people should be white dudes in media.
White people,
Well,
not just white
It'd
men.
be 7.5 out of 10 be white people.
To accurately represent the population.
Yes.
I kind of like it when there's blacks and Asians and Mexicans in media. I don't want it to be all white people.
I
like
think it
when
should be
there's-
diverse too. Like I was like looking at like trailers on Netflix, and there's like this new black movie coming out, and in the black movies, it's only black people. Like
Right.
that's
Which
weird
I think that's
too.
cool.
No, I think that's weird. That's like having only white people. You know, that's the same exact
Yeah.
thing.
Well, there was that Asian show where they owned the corner store and it's all Asians. It's an Asian show. Did you see that on Netflix?
Yeah, where Simu Liu came from, Kim's Convenience. I watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, Kim's Convenience. Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's Canadian. I don't really care for that.
So, I mean, some diversity, but I think we might be a little bit diversity drunk, and it's maybe regressing a bit to the mean.
I mean, right here it says Asian is 6.4%. So that means that
We
fucking
barely want any Asians
Asians an
anywhere.
Asian man should be like 1 out of like 25 people on TV.
And I think we need more Asian and Indian representation because I think there's a lot to learn from the Asians and the Indians.
Like what?
Maybe more the Asians because
He doesn't
they
know yet. He's trying to find out.
Yeah, they're the food. I mean, Asian food and Indian food for that matter. American food kind of shit, and I know there's Americans
Whoa.
listening
Meatloaf.
that are yeah, they it's blasphemy. They love their burgers and their pizza and their french fries. All right. You guys are losers. Asian food, Indian food is the way to go.
I don't like Indian food.
Rice and meat?
No, like the curries and stuff. They smell bad to me. I don't like it.
I remember one time
Like Thai
I went
curries.
to a spot. I had beef. What was it? Beef curry, but it was like a white beef curry. It's like a coconut beef curry.
Yeah, coconut milk.
Yeah.
Now this is good curry right here, boys. All right, this Capoon.
Kapoob?
It's I don't know. I'm saying it the way I heard it growing up. I always heard it Capoon,
Snacking on poon.
but it's spelled
That looks really good.
Capoon. This girl right here, if you want to make a Hmong recipe, see Hodge Creations. It's like see her, but Hodge is like the Hmong way to spell it. She has all the best possible recipes, I think.
That looks so
This is
good.
what it's supposed to look like. It's just kind of like shredded chicken breasts with bamboo, some like thick ass vermicelli noodles, and yeah, some basil. I think good stuff, man.
Yeah, like I feel like America's not
Oob.
old enough to have really good culinary culture. Like we haven't
Got
had enough
everything.
time.
You got everything. All these things
Well,
exist in America. You can get Capoon, or you can get pho anywhere.
Well, yeah, I guess, but like white American, like what have the white people done to push culinary?
Meatloaf.
Yeah, that's the thing. We got Kapoob out here because the Indians were spending forever figuring out how to mix all this shit, and the white people are like fried chicken, French fries, burgers.
This is Thai, by the way, not Indian.
Oh, I like some Thai food.
Thai curry, dude.
We've been making fresh rolls at the house.
Dude, you got Hmong egg rolls, dude. These are the egg rolls you want. All right.
Has it got meat in it?
Yes, pork.
Ooh.
And some
Fry them suckers.
this right here.
Gotta
Oops,
fry them.
wrong button. This fagot. It's spelled Fomkov. Sure, I've always heard it's fagot. Making some of this next week for Thanksgiving. That's where we're bringing.
Those aren't. Oh, they're steamed.
You make like this little batter, and like it's like really thin layer of like I don't know, it's a cornstarch or something, and you put little bits of super seasoned meat in there. So
Ooh.
very good, very good.
Oh,
There's the
that chili
inside.
paste.
Yeah, you make your own little sides, man.
Damn. Yeah, I grew up on spaghetti, and what else do we have when I was a
Meatloaf.
kid?
Hamburger helper.
A little bit of hamburger helper.
Dude, that shit makes me sick, dude. I had a hamburger helper. It wasn't expired, and I got sick as fuck. after
Hamburger
it.
helper to me is like below ramen in terms of poverty.
Yeah, that shit's gross.
I don't know if ramen's poverty or not. It's more of like a
Top
convenient.
ramen
noodle
Maruchan
thing,
is
right?
poverty. If you're doing like Sapporo Ichiban, not poverty. You know.
Is Sapporo like twice as expensive, or is that just
If you're eating an
Availability.
18-cent to 35-cent pack of ramen, poverty.
yeah?
Anything over like 85 cents to like $1.50, that's the good spot. Anything
Yeah.
over $2, a white person made it.
Well, damn.
You seen like that artisanal ramen that's like it's like Mike's ramen at like Meyer?
Mike's?
Yeah, it's like
No.
what is that?
A white guy?
I think it's called Mike's ramen.
There's no way there's a white guy around.
They
now.
put the white guy ramen in the
It's right here.
cuisine
Mike's. No.
Maybe he's.
Can we get a pic of Mike? Because we have not confirmed that he's actually white.
How do I find Mike?
section.
Mike's Mighty Good.
We need to get a pic of Mike here.
Where's Mike?
They're not gonna
need-
show him right there.
Do about us.
I'm not.
They're
seeing-
not gonna show him on there.
We need to know who. Wait, go down. Let's find out who Mike's name is. Mike's Mighty Good.
Doesn't even say his last name.
It's because he's white. He knows that if people found out if he was white, they'd be pissed.
Can't type. Ever wonder what? Okay, is who? Is this actually?
Oh
him?
no.
I think this.
Oh,
I think this is just
no.
some guy reviewing it. I hope.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just reviewing it.
Hey, what's up?
She kind of.
No.
That's Mike.
Oh God,
It's me. I'm talking about ramen.
Is she Asian?
How's it
no,
Partially Asian.
no.
No.
That's Mike.
I think there's
That's
ha-
Mike.
going? Those are the flavors.
That's Mike.
Indian Mike
Mike.
might be cool if it was Indian Mike's ramen.
Ramen makes me think of coming.
I think these are just
thought that
people.
was
These are just
Mike,
people
huh?
talking about the ramen. But this is the Mike's ramen channel.
Dude, now what if a black guy came out with a ramen? That would be cool,
Hey, what's up?
right?
All right.
Why?
I don't know. There's just something cool about a black guy coming out with a ramen. Like a white guy coming out with ramen, okay, it's like cultural appropriation. Black guy coming out with ramen, it's cool,
Not cultural appropriation. Yeah.
right?
I get you now. Yeah.
I mean, I stick to Sapporo Ichiban. You know that. To me, this has always been the best ramen.
Oh, dude, that's one of your most viewed YouTube videos. That's not wow.
Yes, it
You
is.
still get views on this shit.
I know, dude. It's the best ramen. This is what people
about-
look up.
What's the popular one these days? The carbonara. It's
What?
the one with the chicken on the front.
Carbonara ramen.
Yeah, bulldog. Yeah, bulldog.
Oh,
There's
dude,
the
I-
2x spicy, and
This is
the popular shit.
it's Korean ramen.
Yep.
I don't like it. I think it's all creamy.
They try to
and
get
the
you like
noodles are
stir
weird.
fry the noodles or whatever.
I don't like it.
Different.
Yeah, it's like without broth. You know, this right here,
It
dude.
is.
This Shin ramen, my least favorite brand.
Shin is shit ramen.
My mom liked it, and she started buying it when I was in high school. I think we talked about this, but I fucking hated it.
I've bought it before, and I also won't buy
I think
it
I
again.
just got that shit at Costco because we were like, oh, we need to get ramen. Or I wasn't saying it, but so we got some of the spicy. I think it was the Shin shit.
What'd you think?
I didn't try it yet. I don't eat it much.
It is spicy, but is it good? No.
Dude, I went to the Asian store recently, and I took a chance on some ramen I didn't recognize, and it was something crab flavor. And there's like this, you know, the packs you squeeze out goo, and but
Soup
it was
base.
soup base. Oh man, it makes my whole kitchen smell, and I might have thrown out the last couple pieces because
The seafood stuff's a gamble. Yeah, the flavor on it and
it was like
the
creamy.
way it comes together is
Yeah,
crazy.
try
sometimes.
this one, dude. If you like,
Mama.
it's Mom. If you like,
Never
like
seen that before
it's
in
like
my
garlic
life.
ramen. It's not. I
Where
don't.
would you buy that?
It's not even really
You
ramen.
got all
It's,
You got all those like
it's at the Asian
Fennec
store.
stores by you. Yeah, well, it's at the G-Rep's got like 5 of them.
It does.
Well,
We have a
lucky
lot.
you, huh? Yeah.
There's quite a few.
And where are we going to learn about this? Are my white people?
I did. I did a video on
Oriental
this one. I
stores?
think I did.
Because you have all the Asians that can inform you on where to buy the nice Asian stuff. I'm stuck in white people land. No whites are going to tell me where it's at.
No,
Not
what?
garbage.
Okay. Oh, this is a different one, but this is also a good one here. You see this? This one is like red. Like the noodles themselves are kind of seasoned.
Dude, you could have been a food tuber big time.
Food tuber.
There's still time.
You got to have the spot to shoot it.
I thought we were going to see ASMR content.
Do you really want it?
You bought the mic.
I know.
I
What are
would
you gonna?
comment
You
on
gotta
every
do
video.
something.
Here it is. This is the one I was talking about. Okay.
Mommy.
Mama. There's a whole bunch of them, man. But
Mamai.
where's the shot of the actual noodles here?
Lots of sodium.
Who cares?
That's how it always is.
Drink more water.
I mean,
Sodium's good for you.
it
Electrolytes.
looks kind of bland.
It's
Whoa.
garlic flavored, man.
It's
mostly
rice
clear.
noodles.
Does
Rice
it
noodle?
need to be dark orange to be good? No, I don't think so.
Right.
Right.
It's got enough salt, so it'd probably be good.
Yes.
It's not all about the salt, dude. Okay, let's pause on that. 68% your daily sodium, pretty good. A lot of carbs, not much sugar, not a lot of protein, only 200 calories for the whole thing, okay?
Wow.
So
Make 2 at a time.
I like to combine this with the Sapporo Ichiban, so it adds like a garlic flavor to the other one.
Dang.
This
2
was
at one
this was
ramen
episode
kinda guy.
31.
31.
Episode 31 of the Drag and Drop podcast. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm begging you.
Subscribe.
31.
I just want to gain back all the ones we've lost since we've started the podcast.
You haven't gone down that much.
We're like
Yeah.
negative 150 probably since we started the pod.
That's just it's not even 200. I mean, when it gets to be 1,000, then it's
We
danger,
have
but
gained some, but the net loss is in the hundreds.
You're just filtering out old accounts. They're not even real accounts anymore.
Oh yeah, which
We're getting true fans, so
real, yeah.
it's a matter of time.
we
true
have
believers.
probably at least on one hand, not maybe a whole hand of true fans yet, but we can count them on one hand are our true fans.
Yeah, we're getting to the 2-hand true fans count.
Ian, P. Deves, there's one guy. Do you know who that is?
Who?
What? Shout him out. He commented on a bunch of videos. He watched our backlog and was commenting, and he knows you.
That might have been a guy I used to work with him, Adam Nowak.
Perfect. All of your work friends are fans of our pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate it. And yeah. If you guys have suggestions for topics you want us to cover, please we don't ever say this anymore, but please suggest them in the comments below. If you somehow made it to the end of this video, if you're the top 0.5% that gets all the way to the end of the pod, that's not my brother. Leave a comment below on what we should talk about next week, and we will. Because right now we get almost all of our topics from Ian.
And we will check the email because we always do.
I do. I actually do check it, and it's pretty much
Yes.
just spam. It's
Perfect.
Well,
yeah. I added it as my contact email on my YouTube, so they're just sending spam to it. It's great. Right. But thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. Actually,
Yes,
no.
thank you.
No. Next week's Thanksgiving. We're not going to see it.
We're not going to be here. But
I'll
next
be here.
week,
We'll skip
is the week
things.
after.
We'll skip Thanksgiving. Maybe we could do Wednesday if you guys want to do Wednesday.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see you next week, but I don't know. Next week is Thanksgiving.
We should all eat a Costco chicken on the pod next week in
I'm
Thanksgiving pleasure.
No. All right.
You got to use your new mic. Slam the chicken. Hell yeah.
Slam the chicken. All right. See you guys. Goodbye.
Okay, love you.
Goodbye.